Alright, I'm the gamer from Game Smashers 101 here. I'm gonna be doing another one of my Let's Talk a Bit videos. If you don't know what a Let's Talk a Bit video is, it's my own, opinion-based video where I talk about two animes and two mangas. Two animes of, the current year of what I'm talking right now, to two mangas that I've read that I found interesting or I just wanted to talk about a little bit. And no, I don't go in-depth analysis and all that stuff. I leave that to the pros because I'm not a pro at doing that. Yeah, so Winter Anime 2020 has finally come to an end. There's still a couple shows that I'm watching at the moment that I don't think have finished yet. Where it's like Black Clover. I think that's still ongoing. There's Ahiru no Sora, which I think is also ongoing to the continuing season. I think My Hero Academia 2. And what was this? Majutsushi Orphan Hagure Tabi, the remake anime. And I think there's two animes. I don't know if it's still one episode left or maybe it's continuing on. Magia Record, Maho Shoujo, Madoka Magica Gaiden, and Hatena Illusion, which I haven't seen an episode come out that signifies it's the last episode, so I don't know if it's ended or maybe it's just one more episode left. I don't know, but those are like the couple ones that I've been watching that I haven't seen that it ended. But there's other animes that have ended. Dorohedoro, ID Invaded, Ishizoku Reviewers, Uchitama, Uchinotama Shirimasenka, Jibaku Shonen Hanako-kun, Aishiteru Asteroid, Somali to Mori no Kamisama, Muranase Shiton Gaokuen, and other ones, right? I've seen a couple. I didn't watch the whole season. I used to do that when I was younger because I had a lot of time. I just watched every single anime that came out that season, which is probably why I know a couple of the ones that have came out back in the day. Because obviously I've seen them. Now that I don't have time to watch every single anime, I just choose the ones that I find interesting and I watch them. This season there wasn't really much I enjoyed watching. Those maybe 3 to 4 that I really enjoyed watching, and like Oshiga, Boudoukan, Itekuratara Shinu. I think that's how you say that. I apologize. I'm not really good at pronouncing these Japanese names because obviously you really don't know. I'm not Japanese, but I do like watching their shows. Like I said, for my Let's Talk a Bit videos, this would be literally an hour long if I talked about every single show I've watched. But I'm just gonna choose two that I really enjoyed. First anime. This anime I actually enjoyed watching. The ending I didn't really like. It's Runway de Warate. Warate, Smile Down the Runway. If you didn't know, a little brief summary of the anime. It's about two main characters. It's a girl and a boy, which I actually thought it was a girl at first by the picture of the art picture they had when they showed the show, which is the main girl, which is Fujito Chiyuki. I apologize for butchering these names, but I already said what I said. Which is a short girl where her dream was being a runway model for clothing and stuff, but because she's short, nobody wants her. That's basically her character. And then there's Sumura Ikuto, which is a guy who wants to be a fashion designer or pattern designer. I don't get it, because it was like, oh, you could do these patterns and all this, but then he was like, oh, he said, put his clothes out there, but he lost. No way, spoilers. It's a sweet story. They have their hardships and shit. Like everyone's like F you in the show. Everyone always putting each other down, but it pays off with their hard work, somewhat hard work. That's basically a brief synopsis of it. And yeah, they just go through their own struggles trying to become a fashion designer and model, which I don't really want to spoil much, because when I do these videos I just want to talk about the show. Yeah, that's basically it. But I'm not trying to spoil the whole thing for you guys. But if anything, would I recommend it to anyone? Depends. It's probably not for everyone, because it's mostly based around clothing and model. I mean, if you like modeling and stuff, I'd say I recommend this anime. But I enjoyed watching it. That's why I'm talking about it right now. But like I said, there's not really much animes I found really interesting, so I can't really say much this season, like every other season. But this is a good show. I recommend it to you guys. All right, second anime. Right, we're doing this quick, right? Like I said, this is another show. 22/7, which is an idol anime. I think I think it also could be called Nanabun no Nijuin ni. I apologize, I cannot say that. Uni. I forgot. They said it like in the anime. They said it just like that, but the last part, I don't know. I can't say that. It's too hard. I fell in love with this show, especially for the first episode. With there's eight, I think eight of these eight of these idols in the show. I fell in love with it because of Takegawa Miu, which is one of the main characters. There's 8 of them. I'll name them out once I finish talking about her. But she struggling. Wants to support her family and all that. Only wants to be with her family. Finds happiness just with that. I really liked that first episode. This which got me hooked with the rest of the episodes. So the main characters are Miu, Takegawa, Fujima, Sakura, Tachikawa Ayaka, Toda Jun, Maruyama Akane, Soto Reika, Kuono Miyako, and Saito Nicole. Those are all the characters. I still don't understand why it's called 22/7. They never explained it in the show. Like I think in the last episode, spoiler alert, there was 3 girls sitting. I think they're gonna add more idols. And one of the girls I showed at the ending said, "Why do they call it 22/7?" Which they never explain it. They also never explain before I say that, if you don't know, little brief synopsis. These 8 girls come from different backgrounds with their own struggles, and they meet up to form an idol group, and they gotta listen to a wall that spits out orders for them to follow. And that's basically what the show is about. Each episode was about one's character's own story and struggle, which I kind of enjoyed. And also I like at the ending of each episode they had each singer sing their own song, and I think towards the ending they had it all together. They were all singing the music. But I really enjoyed watching this show. If you really like idols, like Love Live and all that other shit, I'm not really Cinderella Girls, but I'm not really into idols like that. But sometimes when I see anime idols shows like this one, 22/7, it makes me want to watch some idol shows. I don't know. I find these types of shows interesting. Like I said, I don't know why they call it 22/7. I thought the 7 would mean, there's maybe 7 members. Comes to find out, I accidentally counted 8. So there's 8 of them, which I think there was 3 at the ending of the last episode that were gonna come out. Okay, so I'm here on my anime list. I searched the 22/7, and I see there's a 3 episode. There's gonna be 13 episodes in a Blu-ray that's gonna be released called 22/7 8 plus 3 equals question mark. I still don't know what the fuck is called that, but I'm guessing the 3 is also the 3 girls that they showed at the ending of the episode, or last episode. And I don't know if this is a spoiler or not. They still never showed who the fuck was in the back wall, because that back wall that gave out orders, they broke through it, and there was like pictures and stuff about their history and all that shit, but there was nobody in there. And then they climbed these ladders, and then they were in a stage singing. This show was kind of confusing, but it was really entertaining for what it was. Would I recommend it to you guys? If you like idol shows, I'd recommend it to you. But you know, someone like me who just watches something that looks interesting. If you're like me and watches anything that's interesting, or you know, a little bit entertaining, I'd recommend 22/7 to you guys. It's a good idol show. There's a thumbs up. Not my video, the show. But yes, those are the 2 animes that I wanted to talk about a bit. And now it's my 2 manga. So the first manga is Kona Elf ni Wuyu wa Nai, which is actually pretty funny. I found funny, you know, if brief summary, I guess you can say. I think it's an old old manga. I mean, I don't know I forgot how many chapters it has. Okay, there's 8 chapters, which sucks, you know. I wish it was a little bit longer, because it was actually pretty funny. It's about an elf girl and a dark-skinned elf girl who come into the human world. Yeah, they just wanted a seed from a human, an earthling, right? If you know what I'm talking about. And yeah, so they come from a different dimension, I think. And yeah, you could say smut. This type of manga here, it's kind of ecchi. I kind of like the dynamic with the. Is it wrong if I say white elf? Well, the white elf was like kind of a douche, while the dark skinned elf, the main character, wanted to smash. That was pretty funny. I don't really want to spoil it much. It's short. It's a short read, you know, a quick read, I should say. It's funny. And towards the ending of the manga, a portal opens up and he gets to go into their world. And I think that's how they ended. I don't know if it was. It kind of did feel that it was axed, you know, for how short it was. But Kona Elf ni Yu wa Nai is it's pretty funny. I'd recommend it to you guys if you like that ecchi genre, or if you're like me, you know, who reads something that looks interesting. I'd recommend it to you guys. And the last anime or manga I'm gonna talk about is this one that only has 2 chapters released so far. I don't know if it's an old manga or it's a recent new manga that's being translated, or maybe it's an old manga that someone's finally fan translating it, or it's a new manga that someone's translating that are coming out. It's pretty funny. It's called Together with Gao. Go Nagai. But yeah, it's about the main character is called Yui Kawahara. I think. I apologize, like I said. And her pet Gao, which kind of reminds me for some reason of Mario. It's like a Showa era Mario or some shit. He has like the hairstyle of those old time samurais, and he's like some weird little dude. It's pretty funny. I really don't have much to talk about this, but he looks. I mean, look at him, especially when he does his faces when he does some stupid shit. I don't know. It's just something about this shit that's funny. There's 2 chapters now. I think you can go read. They're quick reads. I don't think they take you long. I don't know how many more chapters or if it has more volumes or anything like that, but If you read Cigarettes and Cherries, I think it's the same author because the drawing style looks exactly the same. So if you like Cigarettes and Cherry, which is another manga I read, I think you'll like this one. But this one's kind of more of a comedy, so it's weird. I don't know. Little Mario gets angry sometimes, but I don't know. It's funny. Yeah, so that's about it for my Let's Talk a Bit. I know it was short. It's because I've been feeling down. If you didn't know, yeah. So this season wasn't really that exciting, like the other seasons have been for me. And I'm also feeling down because of I finished watching a series that I really enjoyed. I really enjoyed watching, and I don't regret watching it for how good it was. It's if you don't know, it's called Ojumajo Doremi, which is a magical show. I think there's 4 seasons, 2 movies, and I think 2 shorts. No, one OVA and I think they recently came out with a short comedy theater, I think is what they call it. But this is a really, really good series. Like I wouldn't expect a kid show to get so emotional for me. That's probably why I didn't really enjoy watching this season, because of this show here. I'm not gonna talk about this show, but all I can say is that I recommend it to you guys. If you like Sailor Moon, I think that's the only like magical anime I've ever seen. I know there's a couple, but I can't name it at the top of my head. I'd recommend this show. It is like a kid's show, but it's still like really, really amazing. Like, even thinking about the ending of how it ended is just like, damn. Alright guys, so I don't really feel as enthusiastic as I usually do, and there wasn't really much of this season I enjoyed, as you can tell from my voice, and I know I've been gone for a while. But I don't know, I am gonna do an unboxing video, but I think maybe on well, you'll see when I upload it. But anyways guys, that's gonna be it for this one. Go watch Ojumajo Doremi. Trust me, it's a good show. It's one of my favorite shows. It's up there with my favorite shows. And I think it would be for you guys too if you guys go watch it. Like I said, there was 2 animes, 2 mangas that I've watched and read, and I just want to talk a little bit about it, and not so much because anyways guys, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the